Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And this is something I've been planning on doing for a while. I just had to make room for it on the channel. But this is what if Deku was Echo Sans or Gaster Sans. And Echo Sans is a very interesting character. He's gonna be very different from the other Dekus the other Dekus on my channel. In this Deku verse that I'm creating. Now, when Deku was born, he's born with silverish white hair, yellow eyes, and when he's growing up, his dad does stick around, and let's say his dad is a scientist. Well, was a scientist. And Deku had a very similar quirk to his father. And I say very similar is because Deku couldn't do as much as his father could, because he could only summon these blasters that his father named Gaster Blasters and Bones, while his father could summon the Gaster Blasters, Bones, and 7 hands that represent a different soul color, as his father stated. And Deku really liked his father's work. He really paid attention, and he really started getting into it. And after a while, he became his assistant. He became his father's assistant, and he knew as much as his father knew. And one day, they're working. Deku's father has been working on this portal technology. And why I say portal technology, it's a portal technology for making it for either pro heroes to, get to a situation, like a disaster or a villain attack faster, or make transport faster in general. And one day, they're working on it. They're working on the project, and they're about to do a test run. They're about to do a test run, and this portal is like the prototype. It's huge. It's like 10 feet by 16 feet, and it's like it's a circle shaped portal. It's basically what you would expect out of a portal looking thing, wormhole thing. And they're getting ready for it for a test run. Like there's this like their first test run. They just got it set up. They got the power all hooked up, and they're about to run it for a test run. And Gaster hits the button for go. And they turn it on, and it starts running, and it looks all fine and dandy. It starts working, but suddenly there's a power surge. The system is fried. Sparks are shooting everywhere. Things started to explode. Like there's a major power surge, and the system just overloaded. The portal, the portal started to form. It started sucking everything in. A major vacuum. And right where the portal was, there was a railing, and Deku's father was getting sucked into the portal, and before he can Deku grabbed him before he was in the portal, and Deku's holding on to the railing. He's the one in the middle of the railing, and his father being sucked into the portal. And before Deku's father is sucked into the portal, he says one thing. He says one thing to Deku: "Don't forget me." And then his father lets go of Deku. Deku doesn't let go. His father lets go of him, so he won't take Deku with him. and then Deku's father is sucked into the portal, and the portal shuts down. The emergency shutdown procedure finally kicked in. Portal, all energy to the portal has been cut off. And Deku pulls himself back up onto solid ground, and he breaks down, crying that he just lost his father. And from this thing, he got 2 scars on him. He got on around his eyes. He's got 2 black scars that look like teardrops, but they're not exactly teardrops. They're something that the portal produced when it's like when the portal closed, it shot out this blackish goo tar looking thing, and it hit Deku in the face. One on his right eye going upwards, and then one on his left eye going downwards. And this experience did give him PTSD. Like, he did get PTSD, and he would have panic attacks on the regular, because, And the doctor prescribed him, like, cigarettes. That's how I'm gonna fit him having to smoke cigarettes. Like, he was prescribed this certain thing. It's not like regular old cigarettes. It's a special type of cigarette. It's medicine to calm the nerves, but they're not as addictive as regular cigarettes. But after that day, Deku's whole facade changed, like his style and clothes. He started wearing leather with a white t-shirt and leather pants. And throughout middle school, he isn't really messed with that often because you usually scare him off. Anyone who would try to bully him, which wouldn't work. The last day of middle school, teacher comes in. The tutor comes in with the papers. He's like, "So what do you kids want to be when you graduate?" And then throws the papers up in the air. We all know that you guys want to be heroes. And he's going through the list, and he says, "It looks like we have 2 people from this class that want to participate in the UA entrance exam." That's the good stuff. And Bakugo's like, 2? And he's like, and the teacher's like, "Yes." He says, and he reads the list of Katsuki, Bakugo, and Zuku Midoriya. That's the good stuff. And everyone turns to Deku, about to laugh at him. And Deku's then one of his eyes glow yellow. Give him that stare. "If you laugh at me, I'm gonna hurt you." Then they all turn back around, terrified of what Deku would do to them if they actually did laugh. Then, after school, what Deku does, he walks out of the school building. He takes his cigarette, he lights it, and teleports home. The Sledgeville incident didn't happen. It was captured. All Might captured it before it could harm anybody. And 10 months of training. Deku doesn't really do much. He more hangs around. He does do some stuff, like see how he does train his physical body, because he's still smart, even though he looks like a thug. He's still he's still got the brain of a genius. And he does know that there are people out there with quirks that can erase other people's quirks. So he does train his physical body, and he does rock. He is rocking that 6-pack though. And And 10 months of training is over. Deku's walking up. Deku teleports to UA, and then he's walking up through the front gate. And he doesn't trip. And one of the big changes with Deku after the incident with his father is that he became more of a serial romantic. I think that's the word I want to use. Yeah, serial romantic. So this Deku is very flirty. And I do have a ship in mind, but that will come later on. And, yeah, so written exam, he aces it, like before. He was the assistant to one of the greatest scientists in the world at the time. Because Deku's father was one of the greatest scientists at the time. And, yeah. Now for the written exam. Deku's basically what he's wearing what he is in the picture. He's wearing black leather jacket with a Gaster Blaster symbol on his arm right there. A white tee, black jeans with a belt. And he's walking up. He's walking up to the he starts walking up to the gate. He's walking up to the gate, and while he's walking up to the gate, he gets tapped on his shoulder. And he does have a cigarette in his mouth. He does have a cigarette lit in his mouth. He's basically, it looks like what the picture looks like in this moment. He turns around and he sees Ida. And Ida goes on, he's like, you know, smoking is bad for your lungs. And then Deku takes the cigarette out of his mouth and blows smoke into his face. And then Deku retaliates, and he's like, and it's also rude to budge into someone else's business when you have no idea why they're smoking cigarettes. And then he flicks the cigarette at Ida and walks away. And Ida's thinking in his head, he's like, so we got a hooligan, we got a troublemaker. Then the countdown starts. President Mike starts the countdown. 3, 2, 1. And as the gate opens, Deku takes out his pack of cigarettes. He lights it. He lights a cigarette. He takes a puff of smoke. Puts the cigarette back in his mouth and teleports on top of a building. And he summons 30 to 40 Gaster Blasters and destroys, like, most of the robots. He like, probably leaves a quarter of how many there was before. And, when the zero pointer comes out, he sees a brown-haired girl with a brown-haired girl with rather yellow eyes, not brown. And no, this isn't Uraraka. This is Echo Frisk. This is Frisk instead of Uraraka, because I'm replacing Uraraka with Frisk. So Deku teleports down there, and he summons these big blue bones. And if you don't know what blue bones do, basically if you move while in the presence of blue bones, they will hurt. So he kind of holds the zero pointer up with these blue bones, and he helps Frisk out of the rubble. Then the zero pointer like shifts while the blue bones are still intact, and one of his arms fall off. And then the zero pointer tries to move, shift, try to attack, but it doesn't work. It breaks apart. Then the buzzer rings. Deku winks at Frisk on the way out and teleports home. And that's gonna be it where I'll leave this part off, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next part. Peace.